Hi everyone, this is RJ Single Dad, and my Single Dad Diary today is about member contribution. And by the way, if you have any comments or questions you want to ask anybody here at Single Dad, please send your questions to info, that's INFO, at singledad.com. So this week's email that I got was from a member who says his daughter was called a name from a very mean student. This is an 8-year-old daughter he has, and she was called a bad word. And so our Single Dad member wants to know, how do we handle a little boy who called his little daughter a bad word? Let's just say it was witch with a B. Does that sound right, Kurt? Witch with a B. That's a good one. Okay. So my advice to you is a couple steps first. First of all, in the tone of your email, it sounds like you're upset. So the first and most important thing is gather your thoughts, be very calm, because your daughter is going to look to you and see how you are responding. So my number one question to you is, of course, or comment to you is, keep your cool. And the second thing I want you to do is ask your daughter, does she know what that word means? Because most of the time, kids that age, and this is your 8-year-old daughter, kids that age, even the boys that age, they know the word is an insult, but they really don't know what the word means. So do yourself a favor and define the word to your daughter in terms that she can understand. So for example, witch with a B would be something, if your daughter asks, she doesn't know what that means, tell her it is a girl or a lady that doesn't act respectable. That is a very neutral response of just kind of saying that's what that word means. That's my first request. Define what the word means with your daughter. Second of all, this is not one of those conversations where you can just brush it over. It's important to at least validate your daughter's feelings. So ask her how she feels. Ask her how she feels after you've defined what that word means. And air out her feelings. This is a very important thing, to listen as a parent to what your daughter is feeling about. Now that we've defined what the word means, now ask her, how does she feel? And chances are when she shares how she feels, that's going to pretty much take care of most of it. And the best way I can recommend closing that conversation with your daughter after the experience is based on how she reacts to how she feels about it. Whoops, sorry about that. The thing I would recommend is ask her, now that she understands what it means and how she feels, then you can actually go back to her and say, boy, that little Johnny obviously must have been having a hard day, or he must have been having some kind of difficulty, because this problem that he must be having is with him and has nothing to do with us. I think it's a nice way of just understanding that when people come into our lives, sometimes they bring things that are going on with them and we just don't know. Little Johnny must have 1,000,001 things going on in his life, and he just happened to be having a bad day, and he said a bad word, and that bad word has nothing to do with us. And that's a great way of just acknowledging it to your daughter, that it's not about us, and really the person that is sharing the bad word, that's their problem. It's not our problem. And if none of those three things help, please contact Uncle RJ, Uncle John, and Uncle Jesse, and we'll straighten them out. Just kidding. Actually, I'm excited to hear what Jesse and John's reply is when somebody calls your child a bad word. How do you handle that? That'll be my Single Dad request from the other Single Dads. How would you respond to this? I hope this is a good video. And by the way, don't forget, if you have a question, send it into singledad.com. And the email is info@singledad.com. Thank you.